Imagine arriving in Rio de Janeiro with your phone at 3% battery, salt in your hair, and Copacabana's chaos pulsing in front of you. Every hotel you checked is full or absurdly expensive. Your suitcase will catches on the broken sidewalk of Avenida Atlantica, and for a second you think, if I don't find somewhere soon, I'll just sleep on the beach. Then your phone buzzes back to life. A notification from a booking app you barely remember installing. Secret ocean view deal, 78% off. Last room, book in 60 seconds. The thumbnail shows a familiar glass facade right on the beach, rooftop pool, 5-star rating, and the perfect line. Ocean view, high floor, room 1708. You look up. The hotel is real. People are checking in and out. The sign matches. The app timer ticks down. 00:59. 00:58. Your friends told you never to trust too good to be true last-minute travel deals. But you're tired, sunburned, and the photo of that view looks like salvation. You click book now. You don't know yet that the hotel's own system will never see your reservation. You don't know that the elevator doesn't even have a button for floor 17. And you definitely don't know that while you sleep, someone or something will be taking photos of you in that room from angles no human could reach. This is one of those cursed coordinates, a nightmare tourist tale hidden inside a dream vacation. And if you travel on deals and secret rates, this coordinate might be your next destination.
You're watching Cursed Coordinate Nightmare Tourist Tales, where we explore real-world locations that feel like they slipped out of a horror movie, tourist hotels with floors that don't exist, rental apartments that watch you while you sleep, excursions that never make it back to the ship. Every episode here is built on a simple question. What happens when an innocent vacation spot becomes a cursed coordinate? Tonight's story takes place in one of the most famous beaches on Earth, Copacabana in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. A place that, on Instagram, is all caipirinhas, samba, and sunsets. In our story, it's also where a solo traveler discovers that not every room in a hotel belongs to the hotel. Some rooms belong to something else. We combine urban folklore, travel horror, and survival in real, specific tourist locations. No vague "in some city somewhere." If you've ever walked Copacabana's black and white sidewalk, you will recognize this place. That's what makes these tourist horror stories so unsettling. They could happen exactly where you're planning your next trip. Before we dive in, a quick pact between us. If at any point in this story you feel a chill, hit the like button so we know we're on the right cursed path. And in the comments, write the city plus country of your worst trip, and a one-line summary of what went wrong. The best real nightmare vacation spots become full episodes on this channel. Subscribe, turn on the bell, because every week we pin another set of cursed coordinates on the map. Everything you're about to hear is constructed to feel as plausible as possible. Booking apps, review sites, glitchy GPS, the exact kind of stuff you probably use for every vacation. So as you listen, keep one thing in mind. When was the last time you said yes to a last-minute travel deal, just because the price and the view looked impossible to resist?
Anna arrives in Rio with that mix of exhaustion and adrenaline every long-haul traveler knows. Her phone shows 3 missed calls from home, a dozen unread work emails, and a notification bar full of "Welcome to Brazil" messages. Her hostel in Lapa canceled on her last minute. Plumbing emergency, sorry we refunded you. So she drags her suitcase to Copacabana, figuring she'll find something walk-in. Big mistake. Every reception she tries has the same routine. A polite smile, tapping at a keyboard, then the slow head shake. Only for 3 nights minimum. Only double rooms. We are full, senora. The sun is dropping. Street vendors shout, "Agua, cerveja, mate gelado," in a chorus that sounds less charming and more threatening as her anxiety rises. She sits on a low wall facing the beach, thumbs numb from scrolling. Standard booking apps show the same story. Everything on the beach is sold out or 6 times her budget. That's when a push notification slides down from the top of her screen, from an app she swears she's never opened. Last-minute horizon. Hidden inventory found near you. 1x ocean view room, Copacabana, 78% OFF. She taps. The interface is ugly but functional, like a beta version of a real app. There's one listing. Atlantico Beach View, Ocean Room 1708, high floor, direct booking. Photos. The same lobby she just passed. The same rooftop infinity pool she saw in someone else's Instagram story last night. Same logo on the glass doors. Hotel Atlantico March. Price. Less than what she paid for a dorm bed in Sao Paulo. Below the photos, a row of 5-star reviews, but only 1 or 2 words each. Perfect sleep. Best view. Alone at last. No usernames. No dates. Just that eerie uniform praise. Anna zooms in on a photo of the facade. She counts floors. 12, 13, maybe 14. But the room type clearly says, Floor 17, room 1708, restricted rate, express check-in. If you were in her place, sweaty, tired, watching the Copacabana light up for the night, be honest, would you walk away from that? Or would you do what she does and tell yourself, it's the same hotel, same building, just a special rate. They probably hold back some inventory. Everyone does it. Her thumb hovers over book now for less than 3 seconds. Then she taps. 7 seconds later, her confirmation arrives. Your secret rate has been confirmed. Present this QR code at check-in. Room type, ocean view, floor 17. Room, 1708. She looks up at the building again, counting floors, trying to convince herself she misjudged. Maybe there's a setback, a penthouse. The Copacabana traffic roars behind her. The sun dips. Her backpack strap cuts into her shoulder. And that's all it takes for one cursed coordinate to lock onto her. Inside, the lobby is exactly as advertised. Marble floors that have seen better days, a huge painting of Sugarloaf slightly crooked on the wall, the faint smell of cleaning products and beach damp. Tourists line up at the reception desk, passports in hand, rolling suitcases leaving wet tracks on the floor from the rain outside. Anna doesn't join the line. Her email says, Express check-in enabled, show QR code at reception. That sounds premium. The receptionist is young, tie slightly askew, eyes tired in that way only hotel staff know. Check-in, he asks. She holds out her phone with the glowing QR code. He doesn't ask for her name. He doesn't ask for her passport. He just scans. For half a second, the monitor throws a bright reflection across his face. His expression doesn't change, but his shoulders straighten like someone just walked into the room. Express check-in, he says, voice flattening. He reaches into a drawer and pulls out a generic white keycard sleeve. No logo. No welcome message. He slides a keycard into it and writes something on the front with a pen. You can go straight up, he says. Elevator is to the right. Don't you need my... He's already turning to the next guest in line. Something itches at the back of her neck. The whole point of real hotels is the paper trail, the ID, the formality. But she's suddenly aware of the sweat on her shirt, the weight of her bag, how long she's been awake. She turns toward the elevators. On the wall, a directory lists the floors. 1 to 2, lobby restaurant. 3 to 10, city view rooms. 11 to 14, ocean view rooms. 15, conference center. Roof, pool and bar. Number 16. Number 17. The elevator arrives with a ding. Inside, the panel shows buttons from 3 to 15 and roof. Number 17. Number 16. Just a smooth, brushed metal plate where those numbers might be. This is the first moment she could still walk away. Press 12, pretend the app glitched, go downstairs and argue. Instead, she stares at her keycard. 1708. She presses 14, planning to at least go somewhere. The doors start to slide closed. As they do, a faint click comes from the panel under her thumb, not on any button, just on the metal surface. A new square of light appears. A blank, unlabeled button glows a sickly yellow. No number. No icon. Her stomach drops like the floor just moved without her. She didn't press it, did she? The elevator hums. The floor indicator blinks 3, 7, 14, 15. then goes dark as if the system gave up keeping track. There's no jolt, no familiar sense of stopping. Just a smooth slide and the whisper of doors opening onto a hallway that doesn't exist on any directory. If you were watching this on CCTV, you would see something unsettling. All the public hotel floors stacked neatly, and one extra corridor like a tumor floating in the building's skeleton where no architect ever planned it. And that's where Anna steps out. The smell hits her first. A mix of industrial cleaner and something metallic, faint but insistent, like old coins held in a sweaty hand. The hallway lights are slightly too warm, touching everything with a nicotine yellow glow. The carpet is the same pattern as downstairs but more worn, edges fraying where it meets the cracked baseboards. There are no paintings, no in case of fire diagrams, no arrows. Just a corridor lined with identical doors that have no numbers at all. Except for one. At the far end, directly opposite the elevator, a single brass plate glints under a slightly flickering light. Screwed on crooked as if whoever attached it didn't care to measure. She swallows. Her brain does that thing where it tries desperately to flatten the weirdness. Maybe this is a staff floor. Maybe they use different numbering up here. Maybe the hotel is under renovation. Her feet move anyway. The keycard reader next to the door blinks a dull red, then instantly turns green the second she lifts the card, before she even touches it. The lock clicks. Inside, the room is perfect. Too perfect. Crisp white king bed with a folded runner. Neutral, tasteful abstract art. A TV mounted on the wall with the hotel's welcome channel looping silently. On the opposite side, a floor-to-ceiling window reveals a view that looks like something stolen from a travel magazine. Copacabana's iconic curve, the black and white wave sidewalk, umbrellas like scattered confetti, waves rolling in under a sky painted orange by the setting sun. Up here, the city's chaos is reduced to a distant hum. The part of her that is still wary whispers this is wrong. The part of her that is a tired tourist whispers louder, you did it. You won the game. You got the impossible deal. She films a quick room tour. Guys, I cannot believe this deal. She laughs, panning from the bed to the window. If this is a scam, it's the best scam I've ever fallen for. When she tags the location, her phone autofills Hotel Atlantico Mar official for a second. Then the tag glitches and snaps to something else. Residential Atlantico 1708, Copacabana. No rating. No reviews. No website. Just a hollow pin on the map. She frowns, overrides it manually back to the official hotel. Posts anyway. If you've ever posted a photo from a hotel tag without double-checking the map behind it, think for a second. How sure are you that the place you tagged is exactly where you actually were? Later that night, sunburned and full of street food, Anna returns to 1708 feeling almost guilty about how cheap the room was. The corridor is as silent as before. No cleaning carts. No other guests. Only the soft buzz of the overhead lights. The camera at the end of the hall, above the elevator, is pointed directly at her door, its tiny red LED blinking lazily. Inside, everything is exactly as she left it. Bag half unzipped on the floor, her guidebook on the nightstand, curtains half drawn on that hypnotic view. She stands on the balcony for a long time. The night air is thick with salt, frying oil and the faint tang of beer. Somebody plays samba down on the sidewalk. Laughter bubbles up from clusters of people drinking on the beach. From up here it feels like watching someone else's movie. Back inside, she slides the balcony door shut on autopilot. It's heavier than it looks. The glass settles into the frame with a dull, final-sounding thunk. She reaches for the little latch you always find on hotel balcony doors. Her fingers close on smooth metal. There is no latch, no lock, no handle on her side at all. She presses her palm flat against the glass and pushes. Nothing. She leans into it with her shoulder. The door doesn't move a millimeter. A prickle runs down her spine. She traces the frame with her fingertips, hunting for any mechanism. Instead, she finds hairline scratches around the edges, like something has scraped against the metal over and over from the outside. This is the second moment she could still choose to call reception, demand a different room, demand to be on a normal floor with normal doors. Instead, she tells herself maybe it's a safety thing. People jump. Maybe they sealed it. This is Brazil. Hotels do weird stuff for liability. She dials 0 on the room phone anyway. The ringtone is oddly muffled as if traveling a long way. On the 5th ring, a voice answers. Not the young man from earlier. Older, genderless, smoothed over by that professional calm hotel tone. Boa noite, senora. Reception. Hi, I think my balcony door is stuck, she says. It won't open. There's no handle, no lock. I can't get it to move. Silence. Then, of course, Miss Anna, the guest in 1708. We've been expecting your call. Her fingers dig into the phone. I didn't give you my room number, she says, or my name. You're our only check-in on that floor tonight, the voice says smoothly. Don't worry. Maintenance will come up and fix it. Please stay by the window away from the glass. For your safety. How long will they? The line dies with a soft click. She stares at the handset. The only sound is the low rush of the air conditioner. She turns slowly. The balcony door, sealed solid a minute ago, is now open by 2 centimeters. The curtain stirs with a breeze from outside. No footsteps in the hall. No maintenance cart. No knock. At what point would you have decided to leave? Right there? Or would you, like her, push the door shut again, draw the curtains tight and tell yourself, I'm just tired. I'll deal with it in the morning. Morning light makes everything look normal again. That's how most nightmare vacation spots work. In daylight, they're just coordinates on a map. Anna rides the elevator down with a group of German tourists arguing over breakfast plans. The buttons only show up to 15 again. No blank glowing square. The floor indicator behaves perfectly. She keeps glancing at it, half expecting it to skip, to blink, to go dark. It doesn't. At the front desk, the young receptionist smiles automatically. Bom dia. Hi, sorry, she says, holding the key card. I think there's something wrong with the balcony door in my room. It was stuck last night. He glances down. His eyes land on the handwritten number. Your room number? He repeats as if double-checking. 1708, she says. His smile stays in place. His gaze doesn't. Something behind his eyes hardens. We don't have a room 1708, he says lightly, like humoring a confused guest. She laughs too high. You wrote it yourself, she says. Yesterday. He takes the sleeve from her hand, flips it over. The back is blank. He turns it front side toward her. The front is blank too. No ink, no impression, just white. Maybe it rubbed off, he says. What is your last name? I check your room. On his monitor, he types Anders. The reservation pops up. Guest, Anna Anders. Room, 1204, Ocean View, 12th floor. Provider, booking.com. He rotates the screen so she can see. Her name. Her check-in yesterday. Room 1204. No mention of any express provider. No QR code. No 17th floor. She feels the lobby tilt like a ship. There must be some mistake, she says. You gave me a key card to 17 yesterday. The elevator, there was an extra button. A family shuffles behind her in line. The receptionist glances at them, then back at her, his polite smile going brittle. Sometimes systems glitch, he says. You are in 1204. If you prefer, we can give you 1209, same category. Higher up. No extra charge. She wants to argue. She wants to drag him to the elevator, slam the hidden button with her palm, prove she's not crazy. Instead, she finds herself nodding. Minutes later, she stands in front of 1209. The corridor is brighter here. Each door has a neat number plate. There are scuff marks, shoe prints, the distant noise of a TV through the wall. Normal. Her new keycard works. Inside there's a room that looks a lot like 1708. Bed, desk, balcony, ocean view. But the view is slightly lower. The angle different. The balcony door has a visible latch. There's a couple's luggage on the bed in 1204 across the hall. Whatever 1708 was, it's not on anyone's list of rooms today. Back in her new room, she opens Instagram. Her story from last night is still there. The sunset. Her grinning face reflected in the glass. Below it, the location tag glows. Residential Atlantico 1708, Copacabana. When she taps it, the map zooms to a pin right where the hotel stands. But there's only one photo in the feed, hers. No address, no website, no opening hours. Just that one image, and a single button, see similar places near you. Her DMs ping. A username she doesn't recognize at 1708 guest. No profile picture. 0 posts. Following, 0. Followers, 0. Did you sleep there? The first message asks. On that floor? In that room? Anna stares at the text. She types, erases, types again. Yes, she sends. Why? The reply comes fast. Check your gallery, not your story. The photos you didn't post. Her chest tightens. She opens her camera roll. There are the plane window shots, the Christ the Redeemer in the distance, a blurry caipirinha, her room tour video. Nestled between them is a cluster of dark, grainy images she doesn't remember taking. The thumbnails look like CCTV screen grabs. She taps the first one. It's a hallway. The hallway. No numbers on the doors. Same cheap beige paint. At the far end, under a sagging light, the crooked brass plate. 1708. The timestamp says 2:13 a.m. She was asleep at 2:13 a.m. The second photo is her room. The bed, sheets rumpled. Her backpack open on the chair. The closed balcony door in the background. The angle is wrong, high up in one corner like the view from a mounted security camera. On the lower edge of the frame, a darker blur intrudes. A shoulder? A head. Something that almost but not quite has human proportions. Her mouth goes dry. The third photo is the worst. It's her face framed by the pillow. Eyes closed. Hair splayed. Mouth parted slightly. The flash caught the tiny ridge of her collarbone, the shadow of her throat. It's the kind of intimate, unflattering angle only someone standing at the foot of the bed could have captured. The timestamp 3:03 a.m. Her phone vibrates again. Don't post those, at 1708 guest writes. It notices when you post. That's how it finds you. What is it? She types back, hands shaking. Dots appear. Disappear. Then, the floor. The room. The listing. It's not part of the hotel. It's something using the hotel. I stayed there last year. I booked a last-minute deal. Like you. A second message follows. Ask yourself this. If your booking isn't in their system, whose system is it in? Before she can reply, the chat error pops up. User not found. The username turns to gray static. The thread vanishes. If this was you, staring at photos of yourself sleeping from above, with timestamps you don't remember and an invisible watcher in the frame, would you head straight to the airport? Or would you do what she does? Stay one more night because your flight is already booked and nothing really happened yet? That night, sleep never really comes. It arrives in thin, breaking waves. Each time she drifts off, something pulls her back. A ding in the distance like an elevator stopping on a floor, the faint hum of machinery behind the walls, a sense of weight shifting above her head in a building that supposedly has no floor there. At 2:57 a.m. she snaps awake without knowing why. The room is dark except for the dim glow of the alarm clock. Her phone lies face down on the nightstand. She hears it then. A ding. Then another. Then another. Not outside in the corridor. Somewhere deeper. Lower. Higher. Hard to tell. The sound is distant but clear. Elevator doors opening and closing, floor after floor after floor. More floors than the building has. She gets up, heart thudding. At the door, she presses her eye to the peephole. The hallway is normal. Numbers neatly on each door, soft light, empty carpet. But as she stares, something shifts, like when a reflection and the real thing fall out of sync for a second. Beyond the numbered corridor, for a heartbeat, she sees another one overlaid. Dimmer, smeared, doorways bare, and at the end, a crooked brass plate. 1708. Then it's gone. Her phone buzzes on the nightstand without lighting up. No notification banner. No app icon. Just the vibration like a heartbeat. She picks it up. The lock screen has changed. It's no longer her default wallpaper. It's a photo of Copacabana from much higher up than her current room, the curvature of the bay more extreme, the city smaller. In the middle, a single lit window in an upper floor burns brighter than the rest. A text floats over the image. Your exclusive stay in 1708 has been extended. Late checkout confirmed. We'll come get you soon. No sender. No app name. No way to swipe it away. Her fight or flight finally slams fully into flight. She throws clothes into her suitcase, leaves her toiletries, leaves one shoe under the bed, zips the bag so hard it catches fabric. She doesn't call reception. She doesn't wait for the elevator. She takes the stairs. On floor 13, she pauses, hand on the door bar. Through the little wired glass window, she can see the corridor, bright, numbered, normal. She keeps going. On floor 11, she glances again. For a dizzy second, what she sees is wrong. No numbers, a sagging light, the faint outline of a crooked brass plate at the far end. Her chest seizes. She stumbles down faster. 10:08. The air grows warmer. The usual hotel smells return. Coffee, detergent, someone's cologne. She bursts into the lobby from the stairwell, dragging her suitcase, hair wild. The night clerk on duty looks up sharply. There's a half-eaten pão de queijo on a napkin beside his keyboard. Checking out, she says, voice shaking. Now. He clicks rapidly, pulls up her reservation. Of course, Miss Anders, but... He frowns. You already checked out today. He turns the screen. Her original booking for room 1209 shows a green stamp. Checked out 12:03 p.m. Below it, in smaller letters, external provider, room 1708, status, active, guest, Anna Anders. She stares, lungs burning. I'm still here, she says. Right now. I'm right here. Sometimes systems glitch, he repeats mechanically, but his eyes won't meet hers. We will close this now. No extra charges, okay? Print it, she says. Everything. He hands her the invoice. One line at the bottom is cut off slightly by the printer margin. Provider, 1708 hosting, amount charged, 0.00. She stuffs the paper into her pocket and walks straight out into the damp pre-dawn air, not daring to look back. On the sliding glass doors behind her, if you pause the security footage at just the right frame, you would see something else reflected besides her fleeing figure. A faint outline of another corridor stacked above the lobby, with doorways leading nowhere and one brass plate shining like an eye. 2 weeks later, in the safety of her small apartment thousands of miles away, the whole thing feels more like a bad travel story than a tourist horror story. She tells friends a sanitized version. Weird hotel glitch in Rio, sketchy app, I bailed early. They laugh, shake their heads, say, that's why I never travel alone. At night, though, when the room is dark and the only light comes from her laptop, she finds herself opening the invoice again. The words 1708 hosting 0.00 seem to pulse on the page. Not a charge. Not a refund. Just a record. Like a placeholder. She goes back to the last-minute Horizon app. It's gone from her phone. Not uninstalled, gone as if it was never there. The icon is missing. The name doesn't appear in any list. Her email pings. The sender field shows no address, just 1708. Subject, we missed you. Inside there's only one line. Return anytime, the view is waiting. And a button, reopen reservation. The URL preview is blank. No domain. No security warning. Her cursor hovers. She closes the laptop instead. Later, scrolling mindlessly through social media, she pauses a story from a travel influencer she doesn't follow. The video is quick, less than 5 seconds. A sweeping balcony shot over Copacabana at sunset, the same perfect angle she remembers. The caption: "Can you believe this secret rate? Last room they said." She taps to see the location. For a fraction of a second before app loads, she glimpses Residencial Atlantico 1708, Copacabana. Then it blinks, replaced by the official hotel tag. If you're watching this right now, planning your own trips, here's the part where you decide how much of this you'll carry into your next vacation. Will you still click every hidden deal and last secret room with ocean view? Will you ignore those weird reviews with only 2 words and no names? Will you count the floors when you look up at a hotel and ask yourself if all of them are really on the official map? In the comments, tell me. What would you have done in Anna's place? Would you have stayed a second night? Have you ever had